Hey guys, welcome to Totallyevelyn. Today I'm going to be doing my lives, Instagram live, and I'm going to be interviewing a girl called Danielle Retief. A little bit of background. She's a public figure, an actress, but also a director. My God, the list goes on. I'm going to be chatting to her in about approximately 5 minutes, and you'll get first-hand information because the channel's so random. Don't want to give too much away. Please subscribe, like and share in the meantime. See you real soon. Hey everyone, how are you doing? It is Totallyevelyn. I'm very excited. Hopefully I've got a guest going to connect today. Lunchtime live, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Before we get started, I'm going to apologise about my hair. It did look nice earlier. I've been out for a little cycle. Kind of tidied up the hair, and I'm not a perfectionist, although people would think I was a perfectionist. I don't worry about things like that really. I like to look good, but I don't like to look perfect. Today I want to chat to Danielle a little bit about, you know, positivity, humble beginnings, respect, ego, all these things that people sometimes forget. Okay, she's here. Let's check.
I'm good, and you? This is so cool. Hi.
Very good. Loving life. Are you loving life?
Absolutely. Why shouldn't I? Especially in these times, we need to kind of focus on what can move us forward, because the times are quite scary, especially in South Africa at the moment.
Do tell us what you do. Just give us a wee brief about who you are, what you do, all that jazz.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I am a professional actress in South Africa, South African actress, producer for theatre and for film. And I write and I direct. I've got my own company called Reckless Haven Productions, or we kind of like nicknamed it the Plot Twist Company, because it's all about twists and being quite unique and different. Currently full-time on a South African soap opera.
Wow, that's amazing. What soap opera is that, Danielle?
It's an Afrikaans soap opera called Totallyevelyn. If you kind of translate it to English, it's 7th Avenue. And it's basically, it's just about a kind of a community who lives in this one street called 7th Avenue, and like all the kind of lives they have, the shops they have. And I'm a part of the kind of rich patriarchal family who kind of oversees everything and creates lots of drama. So I'm kind of like the princess of the soap opera, if that's what you want to call it.
We need drama in our lives, don't we? Because people can be a bit too normal. You know, I like people that are weird and wonderful and cause a bit drama and go a bit sort of mad. I like to see other people's faces as well when they're like, what is she doing?
No, I completely agree. I mean, I've always played the characters that are a bit different. I'm not always the romantic lead or the sort of, you know, the housewife. I'm always someone I'm always the strong character or the bad guy, or, you know, my current character is very much a rebel, and she kind of stands strong. She's always looking for the truth. She doesn't let anyone, you know, walk over her. And I think it's important for me to play those characters because I feel like we can't kind of get stuck in one sort of thing. And I myself, as an actress, am quite weird and different and different looking to your kind of, you know, everyday. Because in South Africa, it's very much the sort of blonde kind of cheerleader that gets, you know, a lot of stuff going. But I feel like, why?
You've got more to give than just being, you know, that sort of stereotypical way that they are there.
You said it's important to have the drama and the interesting stuff, you know, happening on television, and we always look for the next thing to complain about or freak out about or be but people love drama, and I think that's why stuff like soap operas do so well, because it's kind of, you can watch TV, you can watch the drama unfold, but you don't have to have a real connection to it.
Yeah, in real life, have you got that sort of character in you anyway? A bit more like, well, quite dramatic because you're an actress as well, but like in real life, are you just that fun? You look like you're just fully fun.
I try to be, yeah. And my friends would definitely tell you that, yeah. I think it just comes naturally because I believe in kind of being honest and and straightforward all the time. Yeah, I'm quirky. I'm quite strange. My sense of humor is very Monty Python. I mean, sort of stuff that I grew up with. So I think, and my parents are both very creative souls. I mean, my mom's an actress, my dad's a director. So I've grown up in a very interesting sort of crazy environment, and I think it's kind of shaped me to be someone who questions a lot of things.
Fear gets in the way, doesn't it? Talented people that actually won't do it because of fear. Pretty easy for you when you were young, or did you have any stumbling blocks or any?
When it comes to fear, absolutely, I completely agree. And I think it also took me a while. I've been acting since I was 10 years old, so we're talking 19 years now, giving away my age. And I didn't understand fear when I was that young in the industry. Because when you're that young, you just believe whatever people tell you. You're like, okay, this is my character, and this is what happens to her. Okay, I believe it, and I act it, and I portray it, and that's fine. Now, obviously, as we grow older, we start analyzing things, and that brings in a lot of fear, and it stops us from doing a lot of things. And I think the fear only really came in for me when I decided and when I felt it's the right time to start my own company. Because that's a massive thing to do, to kind of take on all of that responsibility, sort of side hustling your way to the top. And it took a lot from me to go, okay, I'm not just an actress, I am a producer. And I think the moment you call yourself something, that's the moment you really kind of get rid of the fear to do something. The moment I went, I am a producer, I was a producer, you know what I mean? And then suddenly that fear starts falling away because you start introducing yourself differently and you start carrying yourself differently. And same with directing. I mean, I only recently got any sort of courage to direct, because if you've got a knack for it, if you've got a feeling that this is what you should be doing, then maybe it is what you should be doing. It's not like we have these feelings and passions for nothing. The South African film industry, it's very tough. I mean, and not only when it comes to competition, like you see, for example, in the US or in the UK, but in terms of finances, we don't have a big arts program. South African governments, they don't fund the arts. They don't really care, I would say, and I'll say that bluntly. To them, that's not a priority, which on the one hand I understand, but on the other hand, it's quite unacceptable to find our own sorts of ways to fund our own art. Well, I didn't really grow up rich at all. I mean, my parents were struggling artists and struggling actors, and we moved a lot, and we were constantly looking for the next gig sort of thing. So that's how I grew up, kind of surviving from one to the next, and yet I'm still here and I'm still in this industry, because that passion can't go away. And I feel like storytelling is what brings people together, and storytelling is what gets rid of that fear. Because, I mean, I'm on television. My current character that I'm playing used to be a drug addict, and she's now, you know, looking at that sphere of life. And even though I've never been through that, I'm connecting to people who have, and they're becoming fearless to speak about it. And I think that's incredible, because you're showing them you're not alone. And that's the point of art, is showing people that they're not alone.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. Do you know, it's actually giving me chills in my arms and everything, because you're saying that, you know, you were struggling and all that, but you had the richest life really because of what you were doing, what you were giving. It's what you're giving to other people that's the richest thing you can do. All that, which I love to hear, you know, coming from humble beginnings, which is remarkable, because that you can't get that in universities, you can't get that education, you know, because you live it to be it. There's so many people that look up to other people like yourself. You sound very, very posh because you're South African. And a lot of people would see that as being really rich, or she's really higher up than me, or, you know, a lot of people do get a bit sort of intimidated by that. But you're very real, and this is why people sometimes have to give other people a chance. Just don't be frightened, as you said. Just speak to people, you know, until you get to know them, and don't feel inferior. Made everybody feel great, I think, here. I'm sure that's the general consensus. Give us lots of love if Danielle's made you feel really great and gave you goosies on your arms, like she's just like me.
And you're completely right when it comes to not feeling, you know, inferior and so on. You shouldn't feel intimidated. Yes, you should. It's that difference between having respect and feeling intimidated. It's not. You don't learn anything by not speaking up. You don't learn anything by not asking questions. And there's no divide, you know, between, you know, I would say myself, who is an actress, and say a fan who has a question, just as an example. And that's why we do a lot of work in education as well. I mean, we do acting workshops and all of that. But it's not only about the acting, it's also about how to survive as an artist, which universities, once again, they don't focus on that at all. What is the other side of the coin? It's not just, okay, go for an audition, get the role, have this glamorous life. There's no such thing. There's a lot of hard work that goes with it. There's a lot of business of acting, I could write courses on the business of the art.
Tell us where we can find you at the moment.
Broadcasting and stuff. So anyone can find me on social media at Danielle Retief. Yes. It's Facebook, Instagram, all of that. My name's the same across the board. And then, well, South Africans get to see me on SABC2 on 7 de Laan every night, 6 to 6:30. It's like a rhyme. And then, well, you guys can also watch the soap opera on VU, which is VIU, like an app. It's online.
Yes.
Some of the episodes are on YouTube, but yes, they're mostly on VIU at the moment. And then, yes, I'm starting a YouTube channel soon, which is going to be cool. Also Danielle Retief, but I'm going to call it Plot Twist TV.
I'm on YouTube as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, so what I'm going to do, Danielle, is right after this, I'm going to put this, will go straight on IGTV anyway. Cool. But afterwards, I'm going to put it on, I'll do a little story, and this will go out as well on YouTube. So all my stories and everything will be on YouTube. So please share.
Absolutely.
Listen, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. I could talk to you for ages, and I will dare say we'll meet again. Hopefully we can chat again and collaborate.
And also, I definitely, when I'm in Edinburgh, because we're working on projects that we want to do at the festival and so on, so definitely.
Yes. Well, you can stay with me anytime.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and you can whenever you want.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I've got quite a big house here, so you're welcome to stay here. If you're travelling on your own, or else if you wanted to travel with other people, I can find you accommodation as well.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome. And same, you're welcome to come and stay in South Africa.
Scotland before? Did you say you've never been?
No, I've been to England, so that's the only part of the UK I've been to. Well, yeah, but that's definitely on my list. It's very high up.
Yeah. Do you know, your accent's very much like English as well. It's very like London, a bit.
Oh, thanks.
You fit in very well there. And if you were in Scotland, if you were in Edinburgh or Glasgow, people would just think you were very posh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which is so funny, because I'm not.
I know. It's nice to see you being so young and creative and given as much value as you do. And I'm just so delighted that you shared that with us here in Scotland, in Edinburgh.
Please share yours as well. It looks very cool. And I love what you're doing. I think it's very, very nice. It's awesome.
Wow. Thank you so much. Big kisses.
Thank you.
How amazing was that? So many talented people out there, and I want to speak to them all. Let me know what you think of these lives, and if you are on Instagram, please subscribe, like and share. Watch them live, they're very random. It's very much like when you meet someone in the street, and that's the way I love it, because I don't really like this time for prepare. I like to have almost like the accidental moments where you really laugh and you just click. So, nothing fake here, guys. Subscribe, like and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye. Oh, remember and hit the little bell for the notifications as well. Cheers, bye.